Alrighty, guys, we are back here on Black Educated and Broke. Thanks again to the reporter, journalist, Mike Patton for y'all have y'all little NBA playoff talk. It was, I guess it was sort of interesting, but it seemed like you guys enjoyed it, so that's all that mattered.
We talked about the Dallas Mavericks.
Barely, but barely. So it enough to pique my interest.
Gave them a lot of credit, don't that? You know what, Randy? Just
I must not have been listening. I apologize. I might have tuned out, but thank you anyway. Listen, when y'all start talking about the Cowboys, I'm in that thing.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Ain't Massa Jerry.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Massa Jerry.
Ain't nothing to
y'all
talk
want
about.
to talk about Cowboys? Y'all want to talk about football? Oh, listen, I'm not that big in the NBA. I do like LeBron James. I like players instead of teams. Oh, we have two people trying to pull up on our guys. I know. Listen, we're kind of talking about a couple of things here before the break. I didn't pitch this earlier, but to kind of reel it back in, we're gonna have a behind the scenes today. Later on in the show, we're gonna have Shanay. We're gonna have some film directors.
Day.
So I want to make sure I plug that in for y'all too. And again, thank you, Mike Patton. We're always open to anybody who it's sports season. You guys want to share some tips and stuff. Hit us up on social. Let us know what you know, and we just may bring you on. Okay. But in regards to my next segment, we be in the city as those who are watching visually. You can see my background, ATL, you know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on in Atlanta. First of all, and everybody's up in arms because of our cases increasing. According to this leaked report, our cases are rising, but our deaths are like is decreasing. It's not matching anymore. So it's on the decline in regards to that. Even though people are dying, but not at the same rate as before. So long story short, I kind of take that to mean like people are recovering a little better, So that's a good thing. Or they're social distancing. But nevertheless, there are still things going on this weekend.
Right, mask up.
Wear your mask. The first thing I want to talk about is, we had him on our show earlier this month or last month, I believe. We had Marlan, one of the comedians, Mr. Marlan. What's Marlan last name? Because I know it's Marlan Comedy.
Marlan Ballard.
But see, on social media, it's Marlan Comedy. So he had let us know that he was going to be performing at Uptown Comedy, which is going to be this weekend, guys. He's going to be doing the opening acts for Double D. So you can go to Uptown Comedy Net, and you can go on Fridays, Saturdays. Those are his days that he's going to be there. Go out and support. Marlan, we already told him we're going to be up in that thing looking like Saturday night with our mask on, okay? Also, what's going on this weekend, even though we got coronavirus, I don't know if you guys remember the Grant Park Summer Shade Festival. They do it every year. They're still going to have it this year, which is going to be this weekend, but it's going to be a little bit more virtual. But they will tell each community, they'll send if you register for it at grantparksummershadefestival.com. It'll let you know how you can come out with your family and kids and participate in a safe way. So just a family fun activity this weekend. Also, Furry Fest. Have you heard of Furry Fest? I thought this was kind of cool. 3 days of bikes and music. Have you guys heard of that?
Well, you heard furry. I thought you was gonna say something about teeny.
Well, since I feel like I'm the only dog lover here, I try not to be too dog over heavy in our conversation. But no, this is it's a different kind of audience. But they pretty much have bands. They got stunt shows. They got food trucks. They got VIPs, open bars. It's a lot of fun stuff. I've seen it before. They said one of the headliners. Guess it's gonna be one of the headliners.
Who you got?
Run DMC. DMC is gonna be headlining.
Oh, Rev Run ain't coming.
No, he's not on here. We just got DMC from Run DMC is going to be there. So, guys, if you're interested, I'm going to put all of this information on our website. If you want to go hang out at the park, you want to do some bikes and music, you want to go to the comedy show, we're not closed. We're open here in Atlanta. Just wear your mask. And that's what's going on We Be in the City. Okay? So, I would take a break, but I think I'm going to just keep this thing going on and keep it raw and unfiltered. Before I said, we're going to go ahead and bring in Shanay. We have behind the scenes. And for y'all, because we're going to be real with y'all, we're about to get on Shanay because, she's always about, we got to be on time. We're going to be on time. And she's late. Her guests beat her. So we just going to be raw and let her know this is how we do it because we family. Y'all ready to talk to her? Look, girl.
Yeah, let's get her. Add her in there. Add her in. Turn the mic on. Get her patched in.
All right. Shanay's adding to the group, joining.
Get her patched in. Patch her in.
Shanay. I see a name, y'all. We just waiting to hear some words. See, this is okay. Well, while we're waiting for Shanay so we can clown her, I will say
So
about
only Wi-Fi is working in Atlanta.
it's like what is going on today? Everybody Wi-Fi is trash. But the artists today are the wait a minute. Oh no, that's and then she's I see a background. Shanay, we was waiting on you. We see you with your poetic justice back there.
Is she at her mic? You know, we are syndicated. So
and you
we
are
just
on mute,
Tom Joyner Morning
friend.
Show. We're in different cities and stuff. Shanay, hey.
Hey, y'all.
Shanay, hey. Shanay, it's Shanay Day.
Where you been, Nene?
What do you mean?
We missed you. Where have you been?
I've been here.
Haven't seen you in forever.
I've been good over here. I'm a little late.
A little.
Oh. It's 10 minutes. He said 4:55.
This is black, educated, and broke, not black, educated, and late.
Hello. Get her right. I'm sorry, Shanay. We already
trying my best.
We did kind of set this up for you, unfortunately, because we've been rolling and we said we're gonna bring Shanay in. We're gonna get on Shanay because she always talking about I gotta work, y'all gotta be on time, and she was like late. We had to just kind of clown you, but we love you, Shanay. Hey,
I love y'all. Hey y'all,
it's Shanay Day.
Hey, Nay.
And I will say, Shanay, Jade is already here, of course, on time, ready to go. So I'm just gonna bring her in and turn it over to you, boo.
All right.
Are you ready?
So am I doing an intro or have you already done that?
It's all yours.
It's all yours, and we're live, so I'm not editing any of this.
Okay. All right. I am late, but I am here. If you are seeing my face, then you know it is behind the scenes, or as my friends like call it, Shanay Day. Yes, but the spotlight really isn't on me. I'm always here to bring in dope.
Never late though. Never late to the day. But anyway,
I know. Get her, Mike. Get her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am here to bring in dope creatives and filmmakers making waves and changes on the scene. Today, we are going behind the scenes with writer and producer Jade Angela Moore. She is an Atlanta native who has been producing TV and film projects since the age of 20. Started off like one of our greats, Issa Rae, right in her college dorm room, launching her own production company, Jade Angela Moore Entertainment, as a birthday gift to herself, which is an amazing gift to self. She has over 10 credits in writing and producing. Welcome, Jade.
All right, Jade.
Welcome.
That's a long name. You know what? That's a Oscar award-winning name. Jade
there you go.
Angela Moore.
It is. Yes.
Well, here's a little known Black History fact. What up, Moore? I know her. Y'all know I know everybody.
Right, I was saying.
I'm not surprised, Mike. Oh Lord, why you didn't put it
Georgia
on
State right there?
Morty?
That's Georgia State. Well, I sent that to our behind-the-scenes correspondent, behind the scenes with Shanay Campbell. She's live in our Los Angeles studios, because we're gonna talk like Tom Joyner, because we all in different cities. We are syndicated, the national syndicated, Black educated and broke. But yeah, I know everybody. Hey, Moore, what up, Moore?
What's going on, Booze? How you feeling? Oh, excuse me,
on?
Mike B. Is it Mike B today?
Mike B on the show. Thank you.
How do y'all know each other?
Yeah.
How do you know each other?
Because they know each other for real. This is a known.
Well, y'all know I've talked about this before. I work in education, and that's how I met Jade Angela Moore. But we're gonna get into it. But I'm gonna get this out now. As far as her film work and stuff, we got introduced to it at the school that we work at. She's done a couple different things, but 2 videos that will forever be with me. But this is my homie, so we'll always be in touch. But she did this video with one of our special needs students. And I want to say, was that spoken word? It was spoken word. It was spoken word. And like, if you knew the student, you knew the things that she dealt with being a special needs child. But everybody loved this little girl, and she's gone on to middle school now. But the video that Jade did, when I say like you watched it, and you was like, hey, she finna graduate. I'm finna graduate. Like, that was really dope. And then was it I think it was last year, she did a hip-hop video with some of our older students, man. And this is the thing, they absolutely love her. So to bring her talents, and I think that's the part about youth development and community development. You know, we are educators, but I do radio. I write. This is what I do. Her film stuff. We bring those talents to Black children to let Black children know. Listen, everybody won't be LeBron and Kobe. Everybody won't make the music industry, but it's so much that we do, so much talent. So I'm gonna get that out now with more, because I got jokes.
Now I know. I'm like,
I'm gonna get the nice stuff out now.
Wait a minute.
But that's her talent, man, and she does phenomenal. I've the YouTube page, she gonna talk about it, but them short films, you gotta watch them. You gotta watch them. So go ahead, Shanay. I done took over. My bad. Let me turn my mic off, Zay. Turn my mic off. Turn my mic off.
You've already kind of laid a base right there.
Well, Shanay, you was late, so we had to get started. We are live, but anyway.
Gonna be the thing today, huh? Excuse my tardiness. Mainly Jade. The rest of y'all.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's totally fine.
But Jade, tell us about your journey to becoming a filmmaker. Like, how did you get started? What type of representation did you see coming up that made you inspired to want to be a filmmaker, or maybe even lack of?
Well, I say around 2008, I was in the 10th grade. I'm pretty young. I'm 28 years old. So in 2008, I went to an arts high school in DeKalb County. DeKalb County, born and raised, whoop whoop. And I went to an art school. It's called DeKalb School of the Arts, and there I had started taking like acting and film and theater classes, and I took this media class, a film class in particular, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I took like inside that class, it was like a screenwriting class on how to write and how to write in terms of filmmaking and stuff. So I was like, man, this is pretty cool. This is real cool, because at the time I was going through a lot in my life, and I just needed like some type of escape, and I had a real phenomenal imagination. So I took that and ran with that. I took that class, and that's when I just started. I just picked up a camera. Of course, it didn't look anything like how it looked today.
Right.
Shaking
Shout out
hands.
to those old videos.
Right,
that will never see the light of day again.
Shout out to them archives, them archive tapes. But and so I got into my first film festival back then, and it was with Comcast, and we had
in
won
8th grade or
it was in 10th grade. Mm-hmm.
In 10th grade, wow.
And we won Best in Acting. It was a Comcast Film Festival. So from there, I fell in love, and I was just like, okay, I like this. And so, I graduated high school, kept playing around, kept trying to get better and better and better. And in my college dorm room, around on my 21st birthday, I was in my college dorm room, and I was watching Issa Rae, the whole Black and Sexy TV crew. I don't know if y'all know them. Like, I was there when they first started. Like, I was an avid fan, and and so I was just like, man, I want to do this. And so I literally went to a law student at the Georgia State University School of Law. And I was like, how do I start like a real business, like a real production company? And she charged me like little to nothing because she wasn't licensed, and she walked me through it. And on my 21st birthday, I received my letter saying that I started Jade Angela Moore Entertainment LLC. So, and it's been on ever since. Yes, wow. LLC. Mm-hmm.
Slight sidebar. What is your astrology sign? Because I'm giving real go-getter vibes. You said you went to the law student to figure out like the necessary steps. Like, I'm
gonna give you. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 guesses, and if you don't get it right, I'll say it. Which one?
Okay.
I get Aries.
Capricorn.
Okay.
Or you're a dreamer with active imagination.
Pisces.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe Pisces or maybe
Pisces. It is. Let's go.
But I think you have some Earth in your placement.
Yes, she
that
does.
go-getter mentality that the Pisces are.
Shanay all into the astrology.
Don't hate those.
I need Shanay to start doing it.
They be all into the astrology. She be talking about the Taurus this and the Taurus that.
Hey man, what's my horoscope?
Virgo be telling me not to hate on the Virgo. I be
yes.
like, come on.
I've hated my
horoscope today.
Anyways, back to Miss Jade. So let's backtrack a little bit. Can you tell me about that first project that, you know, we may never see the light of day if you even have the footage still, but like that, what was that like to kind of create that project, but then also get that recognition and that validation that you were doing something right? Because a lot of the times for us, it's just kind of doing these things that we're not really getting the validation, but we're continuing on. But you early on got that validation, like, hey, this could be your thing if you're really serious about it. So what was the project, and kind of what was that feeling to kind of get that solidified that like, I'm the shit. You know, without any real proper training.
Right. And that was the craziest thing, because that was literally the first thing I've ever done in my entire life. And it definitely wasn't, like I said, it wasn't no Martin Scorsese film at all. It was literally an old Panasonic camera with, you know, back in 2008, all the technology wasn't what it is now. So shaky hand, audio trashy, you know, it was everything. But I was like nervous the entire time, but I was still motivated because I was like, I'm gonna get this sooner or later. I taught myself how to edit. You know, I taught myself how to film and frame things. I've had, you know, little help from like other, you know, media students and sometimes a media teacher, but ultimately I stayed after school as late as the school could stay open to learn that kind of stuff. And at home, I was watching YouTube videos. So I was like really determined to get it. And so I put it all together myself. And I, you know, my media teacher was like, here's this competition. It's free to enter, you know. And at first I was like, man, I don't know. Like, this is trash, you know. And he was like, it's your first one. You just don't know. Like, just put yourself out there and just see what happens. And so I entered it. And then on top of that, I was also intimidated because it was Comcast. I'm like, okay, Comcast ain't looking at nothing subpar. Yeah. And so I was like, whatever, you know, it's free. What can I lose? And what I got to lose. And so I submitted it. And maybe like a month later, my media teacher comes up to me and was like, Jade, guess what? And I was like, what? He said, remember that film contest you did? And I was like, yeah, that was like a month or so ago. He was like, here. And then he handed me this trophy that they mailed that said best in acting 2008. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, like you won best acting. You know, it wasn't the best film or anything like that, but the fact that it won best in something, and I had never done anything in my life, I was just like, oh, shoot, okay, like I could actually do something with this. So I was thankful to God that I had that early like affirmation, because early confirmation too, because I was just like, I don't know, like sometimes I don't have the best self-esteem or confidence in things. And so that was like a literal like sign from God, like this is it. This is my gift that I'm giving to you. Now just grow it. That's it. Just, you know, work on it, just evolve it, like just make it do what it do from this point. I gave it to you. Now it's your plant to grow.
If I can just give real quick jump in here, I just wanted to give a quick compliment because now that I know you do film and you do edited videos, you're probably the first Zoom person where the lighting is perfect. You know, I like that you have a very clear background.
Yes, like that skin glowing.
You know, you got a nice clear background. You got a little shower head at the top. That's not right, but it's a nice little
I'm trying to let me fix that. There you go.
There we go. I got you.
Some Virgo for you. I didn't even notice that.
I noticed that, you know me, but I was like, I love the lighting. So you're representing your brand and you're doing it well. So good for you.
Yes,
I appreciate it. Yeah. I was like, let me not come half with it. You know, let me not have a word it. I don't know if you can curse on this thing.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. So as an independent filmmaker, like we tend to wear a lot of different hats and things like that. I know you're a writer producer, but are you still delving into any other aspects of filmmaking with that? Or are you sticking right now to just writing and producing?
Well, mainly right now, I still kind of do pretty much everything. The writing, producing, I would say are the top two. And then after that, director of photography, and editing. Those are like the next two. I do a lot of that. Actually everything that's on my YouTube channel, I have done myself. Yeah. I do act. I have theater experience. I have stuff on there that I've actually acted in, where I didn't hold the camera for once. So that was nice. I would love to do that a lot more, but I just don't trust everybody with my work. So if I find somebody that's just as good as me or better, then I'll, branch out and be like, okay, you can film it. But yeah, those are the main, like, top 4 things that I'm pretty much involved in, for sure.
So if someone were to give you a script and be like, I want you to produce or maybe even act in it, like, what would be some things that for you is just like, okay, this is what I need to feel comfortable to, to take my time and to create with you? Like, what are you looking for as a producer and even as an actor, for someone else's work in particular?
That's funny you say that. Mm-hmm. That's funny you say that, because I actually just signed on to a project that starts this Friday, and it's actually not my project. It's another person's project. Yeah, thank you. It's another person's project that they asked me and was like, hey, like, I see you doing your thing, like, here, like, read this. And they, they let me read the script, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, you wrote this? And he was like, yeah, I'm looking for somebody that's a little more seasoned than I am, in the production side. And I was just like, okay, well, what are you looking for? I have like that one-on-one conversation. Like, the main thing I look for when working with people, the number one thing is the work ethic. You can have $2 or less, which I've made whole series on no money at all. The most current, right. The most current series I had was made on no money, and it's in 2 film festivals. So I know, appreciate that. But I know, work ethic though. Like, if you like determined and you're like really believing in your project, then I'm gonna believe in it too. So that's all it took for me. And yeah, that was pretty much the conversation for me, and for him, for me and him. So yeah, it don't take a lot for me. The main thing I look for is work ethic. There's plenty of people I've tried to work with, and they'll say they do a lot of talking, but then nothing comes into fruition. Yeah, and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah,
so.
you definitely got some earth in you, because you say you're a dreamer, but you need the steadiness, you need the grounding.
Yes,
Anyways, I digress.
Yes.
Tell us about your latest project, On My Radio. It's a web series. How did that come about? What was the inspiration for that?
On My Radio. Okay. Fun fact, that was definitely filmed all during COVID. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, fun fact. Like, everybody.
I didn't know that. Good job.
Yeah, It was all during COVID, and I'm still COVID free, thank God. So,
Amen.
Amen. Won't he do it, Booze?
Won't he do it? Will he won't?
Yeah. So, I had it's kind of funny how it all came together, but I love music. I DJ, all of that. Like, I just have a very strong fascination for music.
Can I say your DJ name?
Strawberry Jam, yes.
I like that.
See, look, Mike over there thinking y'all about to clown. See?
My bad.
I'm trying to clown somebody. Somebody to clown his ass.
You see how haters are.
Be your motivators, Jay. Let them be your motivators, girl.
Now, I know.
I already did the motivation. I already did that. God bless. God bless. Keep going. You DJ. What else you do?
Yeah, so I was, I DJ, and I just love music in general. And so I was like, man, I want to make a show that's centered around music and like radio. And I wanted to expose other independent, musicians, singers in the process. Like, I didn't want it to just self-serve, for me, but I wanted to actually be a way to expose others, other indie artists that sing, rap, poetry, whatever. And so I developed this show, and I always say I'm a lame producer because I ain't got all the followers like everybody on social media. I don't have all this, status, all these 40K followers or whatever. I got like a little, like almost 500.
You got a lot of views on YouTube, though. You got some good views on your
YouTube. I've noticed some of the best people, they be low key on social, but they be making moves in the real world where it counts. So
yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, and so I went to one of my actress friends, and because she knew a lot of people, and I was just like, hey, man, I don't know nobody, don't nobody know me. I just need 4 people to play these roles. And I handed it to her, the script, the pilot, and she read it. She was like, yo, this is dope. And I was like, just bring me 4 people. She sent me 4 Instagram profiles. I literally DM'd them. We ain't never talked over phone. We ain't never met in person. I literally met them the first day of filming, all 4 of them. And I took a big jump of faith, big leap of faith. And when I tell you, after that first day, we all became the best of friends and everything just worked out perfectly. All the actors themselves, those 4, they never met each other until that first day of filming. So it just worked. I was like, man, I don't know y'all don't know me, but okay,
Chemistry was there. That is
especially between the leads. Yeah, the lead guy and female, their love scene was the first day of shooting. They didn't know each other and they seemed to do okay,
Like you couldn't really tell. You could not tell.
Shout out to
so
them.
That's called alignment and divine alignment at that. Yeah.
Shout out to them. Yeah, shout out to them. So that's how it happened.
Yeah. What piece of advice would you give someone who's wanting to break into this industry, especially on the independent side? Just one piece of advice you would give someone?
I would say tunnel vision. Stay focused, stay in your lane. Especially starting out, because there's gonna be a lot of people going like this in your ear, like do this, do that. It's cool to listen to advice, and some of it you may need to adhere to, but there are also gonna be some people that say, nah, don't do this. That's too much. That's too big of a risk. Nah, you're gonna end up messing up. Like you're gonna come crashing down hard. Like I had a lot of tunnel vision. Like there are a lot of people saying you too young for this. Like you only 20 years old. You ain't even graduated college yet, like, what are you doing? Those people that just are real big on having one path and staying on that one path for the rest of your life. And I was just like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I still got my degree, definitely, but I also got my cake. I also ate my cake and did what I wanted to do with the film. So I would just say have tunnel vision, stay focused, do your thing. Don't listen to the noise. There's a lot of noise out there. Definitely learn how to tune it out. A lot of white noise out there. And also don't be afraid to fail. That really got me a lot in the beginning. I mean, I still fail to this day. But in the beginning, I was very, my ego was very, took a strong hit whenever I did fail. So I was just like, you just gotta, sometimes you're gonna hit that ground, but you just gotta remember to get back up. So
Right. And with failing, you learn exactly what you don't need to be doing.
Exactly.
It's the perfect blueprint of what not to do. Of what not to do. So what is next for you? What's up on your slate? Where your creative juices going these days?
Well, I just finished a GoFundMe. We raised $4,000 for season 2 of On My Radio.
Yes.
Yeah, so appreciate that. So we got the money for that. So we're starting to shoot season 2 in October. Halloween weekend, we're flying to Vegas to do an episode. Yeah, wow. And and there's a couple more other series that I'm producing that's coming out, by the end of the year. So I'm definitely still busy, still staying relevant, but more film festivals on the way, keep getting picked up. So yeah, I'm just staying steady with it,
I got a quick question though, real quick, because with 2020 and coronavirus and slowing people down, you kind of speak as if it hasn't affected you. You still getting it. So I want to know, has it affected you, or how have you been able to overachieve that?
With COVID, that's a good question. Like I just, we all take precautions, of course, when we're filming. But believe it or not, there are a lot of artists out there that are willing to work under these circumstances. I didn't think so at first. Definitely not. Like, I was surprised by that. There are plenty of, people that are like actors, like, I still want to work, as long as the sets are, low, minimum, I'm good. So, yeah, it's just pretty much who you reach out to and who you know, because there's still some actors out there, believe it or not, that still want to work in these kind of conditions. So, yeah, I made it happen. I made a way. So, yeah.
All right. And then what are you watching these days? What's on your quarantine list?
Dang,
or you maybe aren't watching anything,
I don't watch a lot of TV. I bounce around. I have ADHD, so I bounce around a lot. Like, no lie. I have like 5,000 shows I'm bouncing around. Like, And then they're like old shows. The one I do stay consistent with is Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, yes.
Me too. Come on, Greg.
Yeah.
You're not watching The
person.
Shy? Everybody keeps talking about The Shy on Showtime. You ain't
I
really
love
I
The
haven't had a
Shy, yeah,
chance
it's
to
pretty
watch
good.
it yet. Yeah, I haven't. I heard it was really good. Lena
That is
Waithe
really
doing her thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what? I still haven't seen Insecure at all.
Where's my bell? Where is my
You're
bell?
not the only one. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
The Shy,
Now,
Insecure.
for
But she's
someone who was
in
a
the film industry.
supporter.
That's
Right.
different.
I
That's
mean,
I don't have time to watch TV. I ain't got time.
I mean, yeah, I really don't have time. Like, literally, when I get online, I literally click on random stuff and be like, oh, this looks good based off the thumbnail, and I play it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's literally what I do.
Where can
So-
the Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, you good. Yeah, so that's pretty much me. I'm sorry. I'm lame in that area.
But you're working on your craft, and you seem to be doing great. So I mean,
Yeah.
less distractions. Less
Yeah.
distractions, and comparing also, because I think we get caught up in
Yeah.
the comparison of things.
Mhm.
So where can the people find you? Where can they support you? Where can they watch your work?
Okay, well, it's pretty easy. Everything social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, Jade Angela Moore, JadeAngela Moore, Moore. My full government name.
Full
Everywhere.
government out there.
Full government name out there.
Well, thank you
Everywhere.
so much, Jay, for taking the time out to speak with us. Best of luck as you continue to shoot. Safe travels, safe production. Yeah, I'm definitely going to connect with you. You seem like a go-getter, hard worker. And your stuff is really good. I'm excited to see a little bit more of it as well. So thank you for taking the time to join us on Black Educated and Broke.
I
Yes,
will just
thank you.
say, yeah, because you know what I mean, Shanay, since you are coming to the A pretty soon here. Hopefully that'll be the time that you and Jade can, connect. And Jade, if you need some extras, girl, I was a thespian in my other life.
There you go.
Right, Ron wants to be a thug or something in a film,
Now, I do want to share. I want to share an interesting fact people do not know. But in high school, you have your theater plays. I was in all the plays, and so I have about 5 medals. And one was for like best actress, best supporting actress. One was like the best team spirit, and the other was
Plug
like
yourself, Shotty.
the
Plug
overall
yourself.
all-star
Do you hear
cast.
her? Do you
Because
hear
Hey,
her?
plug
People don't
yourself.
be knowing. Like I know I do radio and stuff like that, but I wanted to be an actress. My mom was just like,
Oh,
everybody
wow.
want to be an actress. You need to do something else. I'm like, what else can I be on TV or on a
That's
mic?
that Leo Moon, right?
You
Or Leo Rising,
you act
whatever.
ratchet all the time.
Okay,
know
on that
what?
note, we're not gonna embarrass me in front of company, okay? Thanks.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Shanay. Back to Shanay Day, BTS.
And I was just thanking Jay for joining us. And yeah, hopefully, we'll be in Atlanta soon. We can maybe connect there. And even online, I'm very much for cultivating online communities because it's just during these weird
Absolutely.
times, it's a good way to keep connected with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you continue to do your thing. Shine on, sis. You are an inspiration. Truly, just talking to you, hear your passion. It really seeps through. Truly.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. Many blessings to y'all. Thank y'all for having me. I feel popular now with y'all coming to me.
Thank you
know.
for coming, Jade Angela Moore.
Might be quiet.
All right, guys, we're going to get ready to wrap it up here with Jade. And, of course, we're going to have her say something positive on our In the Church Said segment. So, guys, keep listening because we also got to get into Run's Rundown. He's talking about the WAP #1 song hitting the charts. He's talking about Kim K, C Murder, Jam Master Jay. Run got a lot on his rundown. So, y'all got to keep listening right here on Black Educated and Broke.